Is the youth, and it's nice to see we've got a very big entry of 85 and 65 to be fair, you know, and then obviously we've got the youth 125, 250, which is always fun, slightly mental, but you know, that's the future of our sport, so that's good.
Every year we welcome to the beach some of the most fearless youth racers in the country. Nerves and excitement are always high as they get ready to tackle one of the toughest challenges in the racing calendar. These youth classes never fail to provide some of the wildest racing and most spectacular action of the entire weekend. From our young 65cc class rippers up to the 17-year-old and 18-year-old 254-stroke racers, these guys and girls know how to put on a show, as we are about to find out. We'll start the action with the 65 class. Even with a smooth and untouched circuit, the beach would be a serious challenge for our youngest racers. This year though, the challenge would be even greater as the little rippers would have to deal with the huge ruts carved in by the quads and sidecars. It was tough out there, but it's safe to say our 65 class rippers were more than up for the challenge. Great rides in this class from the likes of Cohen Llewellyn, Jackson Bishop, Harley Barrow, Morrison Hibbert, Blake Marks Bracey and Freddie Dennis, who we are watching on our screens right now. But there was one young shredder who was truly flying today. Preston Chorley on the number 30 machine was absolutely awesome to watch out there on the beach today. He rode a fantastic race to take home a big win here at the 2025 ROKiT Tyres Weston Beach Race. We have a mixed class of small wheel and big wheel riders hitting the track next, but each class is scored separately. Once the gates of the Parc Fermé are opened, the riders follow Gareth through the promenade and down onto the beach. They are then held at one last set of gates. And when the green flag is raised, all hell is ready to break loose. As always in the 85 race, there's almost too much action to keep track of, but we'll do our best. In the small wheel division, Teddy Merriman rode awesome on board the number 16 machine. He led for a long time. But a hard-charging John Slade overcame some major mishaps early on to fight back through the pack and take the lead in the small wheel division. He eventually crossed the line to take the win ahead of Merriman and Jensen Branney, who was third. Switching to the big wheel category, we saw a great ride from Archie Butterfield, who was last year's small wheel 85 winner. He came home in third position. Jensen 7 also rode great. We're watching him right now. He crossed the line in second position behind the eventual Big Wheel 85 Weston Beach Race winner, Casey Lister. Casey rode brilliantly this year to add yet another Western Beach Race win to his ever-expanding and already impressive list of achievements. Finally, we have the Youth 250 and 125 class. Because of the change in the schedule, a handful of these riders, namely Reece Jones and Lucy Barker, lined up for this race having just completed the main adult solo event, which is pretty hardcore. Lucy Barker took the whole shot and led the pack down the beach. But a big crash on lap 1 knocked her down the order and set the tone for the mayhem to follow. Again, it was we hope to see you back at the beach in 2026.